One thing that has held me back many times in this life is not lack of talent, it is fear. Fear of the unknown. Today, I want to talk about my biggest fear whenever I try new things, like this channel that I just started that will make me to keep talking to the camera. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Maki. This video is not a tutorial, it is a real life honest conversation. So sit, enjoy, and then subscribe to this channel. My biggest fear while starting new things is failing in public. Not just failing, but people seeing me fail. The fear of people judging me. The fear of people saying she tried but it didn't work. The fear of people comparing my beginning to someone else success, as if my beginning stage doesn't matter. Another fear that I have to deal with is fear of not being the fear of not being good enough. Sometimes I start new things and I immediately ask myself, is this good enough? What if I'm not as good as others? What if I embarrass myself? That fear can make you delay, overthink, or even not to start at all. Another fear that I have to deal with is fear of wasting time. Fear of wasting time and energy. And you know that time is money. And that is putting in so much effort, time, consistency, and at the end of the day, it doesn't work. As an adult, a mother, and someone with responsibility, failure feels more expensive because those times, you've wasted that energy that you're going to use to put in something more important or something more valuable, and at the end of the day is wasted. So the failure feels more expensive. So how do fear show up? Because most times fear doesn't really show up as fear. It comes up as something that you might not even call fear. And how does it show up? Number one, fear doesn't always look like panic. Sometimes it looks like procrastination, saying, okay, I will, when you know that at the end of the day you might never, because you are afraid of the unknown. Fear can also come as starting and stopping, not getting to the end of whatever you started, maybe because you feel that is not working, so you start and then you stop. That's part of. Another way that fear can come in is watching others do what you wanted to do. Another way is what? Waiting for the right time, and you know that there's nothing as the right time. Just start that thing now if you want to really do it. So waiting for the right time is as well as not doing it at all at the end of the day. One thing I am learning in this is everyone you admire once started afraid, once started with asking themselves, am I going to succeed? Started with being afraid or even scared of the camera. Another thing I have learned is confidence comes after you start, not before. When you keep doing that thing that you think you are bad at, talking to the camera, for example, if you want to go into content creating, or if you are a tailor, or if whatever you do, confidence starts after you started, not before you started, because they say practice makes what? Perfect. So when you keep doing that thing, you keep getting better, and before you know it, you start perfecting, and that confidence comes into like, I know what I am doing. Failure. Another thing I have learned in this process is failure quietly doesn't hurt more than never trying. Now, instead of asking, what if I fail? I am learning to ask, what if I don't try and regret it? So what is the worst thing that can happen if I try and at the end of the day, what if I don't try and at the end of the day I regret why I never started it? So instead of staying there and procrastination out of fear, why not start now? If you are afraid of starting something new, you are not weak, you are just human, and fear doesn't mean stop. Sometimes fear only means that you are stepping into growth. If this video spoke to you, comment I am starting anyway. Like this video so that it will get to everyone that's struggling with fear, with procrastination, with fear of the unknown, with fear of failure, and let it encourage someone. Subscribe to this channel if you want more of this kind of video, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.